Oh, it's all good though.
I'm live, yeah. And the mic works.
Oh shit, okay, let me see. I see ya. I'm putting the TV.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right, well, I'm gonna get set up. Wait for some people to join.
Okay. Sick. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
All right,
okay,
catch ya.
Catch ya.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to get set up here. Had a lot of technical difficulties. The Wi-Fi sucks. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of nowhere, so that's kind of what we're gonna expect. So, we are currently in the Belvada Hotel. I'm gonna try to catch the best angle here. Coincidentally, I'm actually facing the corner of this hotel. I can't see anything behind me beside what I see on the camera. So whatever you guys catch is going to be whatever you catch. I'm going to record this from my main camera, but I'm also recording it live just so you guys can experience this with me. We're going to do a little bit of a seance. I had quite a big experience last night, this morning. Pretty terrifying, to say the least. So I actually went and bought a crucifix. The only story in this hotel that I heard from some employees at the Mizpah, which is diagonal, same owners of this hotel, they were saying that the only entity in this building is in the basement, and it's a demonic entity. Yesterday, I was super sick after all the experiences, and I just don't want anything to attach to me. So we got the good old complimentary bottles of water from the room. Bless them to make them some holy water, just in case. But let me get my other camera set up and we'll get started. Going to do a little bit of a seance here. I'm going to have a spirit box going so we can attempt to communicate. I'm going to kind of stand right here just so you guys can see the building. As right before I got this started, it literally sounded like something flew or like snapped right here in that doorway near that safe. I have no clue, but we're going to find out. I'm going to set up this necrometer so you guys can see it, hopefully. Let me see if I have something to prop this on. All right, let me get this a little higher so it's visible. I gotta have something else. I wish I had like a phone stand, but I don't. Anyway, this should work. Let's get this turned on. You guys should be able to hear it clear as day. Turn up the volume. Putting the phone into airplane mode. Don't tell me this isn't going to work now. What the hell? All right, let me turn my Bluetooth off, get everything turned off. Sorry for the delay. I'm just trying to get set up. Just give me a few moments while I finalize this, and then we'll get rolling. I've never done a live stream, let alone in the middle of nowhere. So pardon me. The building does have motion lights. I'm pretty much a skeptic, so if you guys do see anything behind me, I'll try to explain it. During the winter, which is the off season right now, this building is actually not. It doesn't have any employees in it. It's operated from the Mizpah, which is diagonal to this building. So there's like motion lights and everything, I guess, to just save electricity. So that could explain the light. I can't even get this necrometer to work right now. Gosh, everything's just fucking up right when I need it. Actually, I realized that this power bank puts off an EMF frequency, so I'm going to move it. I'm going to move all the tech away from my phone just so it doesn't have any interference. If you guys do see anything else, though, just let me know. I'll turn this a little more. I'm just restarting my phone to see if I can get this necrometer to work. Is it okay to drink blessed water? I don't know how that works. I guess my insides are blessed now. Are you looking to check in?
Yeah.
You actually got to do it at the Mizpah across the street. They don't staff the building, I guess, in the off season.
You got a number here, right? To actually go over there?
Yeah, I had to earlier when I went to check in. The number's like busy. They give you your room keys and everything over there. Yeah, I know. Pain in the butt.
Just all my shit in here. All right, thank you.
I'll be down here if you want to put it behind the desk. I mean, there's cameras. It's up to you.
Maybe I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. This is the dumbest thing in the world. I can't get the app that I've been using to work. I do have another one, so I'm going to try that one. Oh, wait, that's the problem. There it is. Okay. All right, hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm going to put this a little closer. Hopefully it doesn't drown out my noise. Phone is on airplane mode. Nothing should interrupt. All right. If I can prop this up. Crying out loud. Oh, you're kidding. It's already talking to us. It literally just said high energy readings. We haven't even started. All right, well, it's propped up.
I've been waiting to talk to you.
Wow. I've been waiting to talk to you. Okay, well, I've been waiting to talk to you as well. I'm not even going to record with this other camera because it's already super active. Well, last night I was at the Mizpah Hotel. Did you know I was there? What have you been waiting to talk to me about? I apologize that it took me a while to get my stuff set up, but are you ready to talk? I'll take that as a no. Well, let's start this off by setting some intentions. I'm not here to mess with you. I'm not here to taunt you. And it's very important that you remain in this building. You're not allowed to follow me out of here. You're not allowed to mess with me. You're not allowed to do anything. I am open to communication. I'm open to whatever happens down here in this lobby. Whatever you're willing to do to communicate, you're welcome to do so. But you're not allowed to leave this building. You're not allowed to follow me. You told me there's high energy readings, and I understand that. You said you've been waiting to talk to me, so what do you have to say? Do I need to move this to get you to talk to me?
Teresa.
Teresa. Okay. Is that your name? I'm just going to hold this. It seems like they're more comfortable communicating when I hold it. So, Teresa, is that your name? Are you trying to communicate?
Who are you?
Who am I? My name's Garrett. I'm host of the Broken Truth podcast. I'm doing a documentary series on Nevada ghost towns. Thank you for asking. Who are you? Teresa, if you're the one talking to me right now, I'm actually standing at the piano, as you could probably see. Do you know how to play piano? If this piano plays, I'm probably gonna die inside. I'm standing at the foot end of the piano and I'm facing where someone would play it. Let me see if the key deck is open, and if it's not, I'm gonna open it. All right, so the key deck was in the nick of time. As I opened the key deck that was closed, it says in the nick of time. Well, Teresa, if you're trying to communicate with me, I'd love for you to sit down and play me a melody. I'm getting chills. Yeah, no problem, man. You as well. Teresa, did you just flicker that light that was back there? My Wi-Fi just cut out. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the light here just flickered. This lamp. Also, that hallway, there's no one in there. It's a closed cafe. Those lights are on motion sensors, so I don't know what's going on with that. Teresa, you asked me who I am, if you're the one trying to communicate with me. You said you've been waiting to talk. And as soon as I opened the key deck on the piano, you said in the nick of time, what do you have that you're looking to share with me? If you guys see anything that's going on in the background, please drop it in the comments. I would love to see. I'm not paying attention to that. Anything here that's trying to communicate, you're welcome to communicate through this spirit box. You're welcome to sit and play the piano. You're welcome to flicker any of the lights on and off. Feel free to close doors. Do whatever you can to make your presence known. I'm looking to communicate with you in a positive manner. What's weird is I've been in this town all day today, all day yesterday, for the most part, all night. This is the slowest that this spirit box has ever been. I might have to try to move to a different part of the building. This is the front lobby. I'm like literally off the main street of the town. Walk. You want me to walk around? You want me to move? Is that where you're more comfortable communicating? Could you explain where you'd like me to walk to so I know? You want me to walk around a little bit? Let me try to walk around. It seems that every time I move, it tries to talk. All right, I'm doing what you're asking. Where would you like me to go? I just walked back and forth, and there's nothing. Are you open to communication? What if I set my phone down and allow you to do your thing?
As sly as a serpent.
Oh. As soon as I set my phone down, it says, as sly as a serpent. Are you as sly as a serpent, or are you making a smart remark saying that I'm a sly serpent for putting my phone down to talk to you? Give me some more insight. Let me try to hook up my portable mic that I'm wearing right now so I can actually walk around the room. It seems like that's the best way for it to communicate. wondering if I can change my mic settings while I'm live. I don't think it's picking up. Can you hear this when I tap, whoever's watching? No. All right. Let me see how I can change this. The spirit box is completely quiet, which is weird. Damn. I don't know why I can't. I don't want to restart this live stream, but I want to get this audio so I can walk around. I don't know. I'm no tech guy. I don't know how to do this. For whoever's just joining now, we currently have an EMF reader that's going in the Belvada Hotel. Fenced section. I don't believe there's a fenced section here, if that's what you're referring for me to walk to. But I'm trying to get my microphone set up, and I will walk around the lobby, so bear with me. It's been barely communicating on and off. It did ask me to walk, so I'm just kind of waiting on that. If I can get this damn microphone figured out. I really don't want to restart this live stream. Where's the fence section? Can you explain that to me?
Heart disease.
Heart disease? Who has heart disease? It's not me. All right, you know what? I can't get this mic set up. I'm going to move the computer over to this table. What the fuck was that? I don't know if you guys heard that like crack. That scared the shit out of me. Anyway, I'm going to move the computer over to this table. I'm going to face the windows and still have you guys facing the lobby. And we'll hope that works. Maybe they're willing to sit down and chat if I invite them to the couch. Let me just pack some of this shit up. Take this mic off since it's not working anyway. We shall move this getup. Alrighty, Miss Teresa, if you're the one who asked me to walk, we're gonna walk. 30. So this just gave me chills. This is the third time I've gotten the number 30 on this music box or spirit box. I don't know what that means.
Heavy drapery.
Heavy drapery. There is heavy drapery in here. You're right. It's excited that I'm moving. It's talking more. Desert. Yes, we are in the desert. Very smart. Very smart. Where can
He
I?
was here.
He was here. Who was here? Alrighty. Well, hopefully this is a better view. Middle of the couch.
Like,
The plague was here. Interesting. The plague is considered a he. I didn't know that.
trying.
Trying. What are you trying? Are you trying to communicate with me?
Direction.
Direction. Are you trying to give me direction? I appreciate that since I've moved, you've been willing to communicate some more with me. Let me leave my phone on the table because it seems that you appreciate that more. What else would you like to share? This is probably a better angle. Let me kind of sit off to the side. Well, we got plenty of open chairs here. We got plenty of lights to flicker. We got a spirit box that you can talk to me through. You've been doing a good job. I appreciate that. I'm not looking to mess with you by any way, shape, or form. Once again, nothing's welcome to follow me. Nothing can leave this building. But I am open to communication. Very positive energy. Not looking for anything wild, but please do what you can to use the energy in this room to communicate. Just waiting on a response. For those of you just joining, we're sitting here in the Belvada Hotel, diagonal to the Mizpah. Had a very active night last night and this morning. Just trying to see if this is just as active. So far, this is the slowest the spirit box has been. As I walk around, it actually talks. So maybe I'll have to walk with my laptop, which would be unfortunate. I'm not really looking to do that. But what if I set the spirit box right here? Set it right next to me and welcome whoever to come sit with me and have a conversation. Well, we've already heard noises. I saw this lamp right here flicker once. The lights in that hallway have been flickering. I heard a couple cracks. The EMF reader's not really that active on the Spirit Box app, but the Spirit Box has been fairly active. Player. Who's a player? What are we playing? I'm not sure what player was. I'm really not familiar with the history of this building. Honestly, I hate to say this when we're trying to communicate, but I'm a skeptic. I don't necessarily believe wholeheartedly in this stuff. Last night was some very strange anomalies. It definitely did help push me toward belief in this stuff. But I'm obviously not trying to invite anything into my life, nor am I inviting anything to follow with me. So I want to make those intentions very clear. But I'm definitely trying to improve my skeptic thought on everything. So What's the player? What does that mean? I don't want to be dramatic, but I'm getting a little lightheaded. Honestly, when I walked into this building, the energy was very positive, very positive. Much better energy than the Mizpah. That was something else. I've never experienced anything like that, but I feel good in this building. So whatever's trying to communicate is appropriate. I'm gonna film alive, and then I'm also gonna film with my standard camera down here. I'm gonna do a whole nother video. I just want to kind of see what we can do live. Sometimes spirits aren't willing to communicate with people, multiple people. It's better one-on-one. Like last night, I was just with one other person. For the most part, I did solo tour of the building, and I got, excuse me, some extremely active stuff. So maybe that's kind of what I'm going to have to do, is just end the live stream if it's just going to stay quiet, and hop on a, okay, that's another noise, and that light just flickered again. Well, there's definitely something going on down here. Like I said, I might have to end the live stream if nothing's willing to communicate live with an audience, and I'll post an actual episode. But I kind of wanted to allow you guys to see how this works. I've never done this before, so I don't want you to hop on here and say, "Oh, this is a hoax," blah 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 blah. This is exactly how I'm recording. I mean, I literally use this. I have 2 apps that I was told to download.
Stop doing.
It just told me stop doing.
Old rituals.
The hairs on my arm are standing up. It literally just said old rituals. I apologize to whoever's trying to communicate with me, but I'm not partaking in any old rituals. If you want me to stop the live, I'm okay with that. Are you willing to communicate with me if I just record solo? Wow, the hairs on my arm are standing up right now. What I was trying to say is sometimes things aren't willing to communicate when there goes the light again. Wow. And there's no one in that hallway. Again, that's a closed cafe, and that doesn't even lead to this side of the building either. There's no one in there. Wow. I wanted to allow you guys to see how this works. I've never done this kind of stuff before. Not my comfort zone, but I was told of 2 apps to download. So I did. I'm willing to hop on the other app and see if that one's maybe more reliable. So we'll do that real quick, and then I'll end the live stream and record from my main camera. All right. So this one's called Spirit Talker. The other one's called Necrometer. Not familiar with these apps at all. I don't know how they work. I just turn them on. So this one has an actual EMF reader on it, and then it also has the spirit box. So we'll see how this works. All right. So whoever's trying to communicate with me, I do have another box, another version. There is an EMF reader on here, and I don't know if there's a spirit box or not. But if you're willing to communicate, then please do so through this app, through some lights in here, through noises, whatever. I think that app is just an EMF reader, so we're going to go back to the other app. It left off at old rituals. So whoever's in here trying to communicate with me, would you like me to end the live? I'm going to walk around for a moment to see if I can get it to say something. And I'm going to allow you guys to watch the background.
At 30 minutes.
Oh, it just asked me to add 30 minutes to the live. So we're going to accept its request and we're going to add 30 minutes to the live. Hey, let's do it. Selection. Okay, so what's the selection? What would you like to talk about?
Continuity.
Continuity. Okay. What kind of continuity? What do you mean by continuity? That's a fairly vague word. Yeah, I do remember you said the word continuity. It's almost like it was hearing on our conversation and repeated it. I mean, whoever was in the Mizpah hotel, trestles. Trestles. What is trestle? What are you trying to say by that? When I was in the on the third floor in the Mizpah, I did get mocked and called scrawny. So that'll be in the main video. So they do like to taunt me. I guess there's some playful energy. But everything's been very spot on. It's kind of terrifying. The piano's still open. The key box is open. I opened it for you. You said it was right on time. So can you play the piano for me? I'm not a pianist, so I'd love to hear a tune. I know that might take a lot of energy. I do have a couple. What the fuck? That was really strange. So my Bluetooth is off. My phone's in airplane mode, and my phone just tried to connect to something via Bluetooth, and a device that I don't have. So that's strange. If you need some energy, I do have some batteries. Please don't use my phone or my computer, the battery bank that I'm using to charge, so we can continue to grab this content. But there are some batteries up on the piano that you're welcome to draw some energy from. And please don't knock over my camera either. It's expensive. I will respect your space as long as you respect my stuff. And that's not a threat. Please don't take that way. Just trying to communicate in a positive manner. You left me with trestles. What's trestles? You said add 30 minutes, but you're not willing to communicate with me anymore. I'm kind of disappointed. Hours ago. No, not to be disrespectful, but you said 30 minutes about 5 minutes ago. What was hours ago that you're referring to? I wasn't even in the building hours ago. Well, many hours ago I was, so I apologize. I'm not trying to lie to you. But I was outside of the building for a few hours. It seems like it doesn't like me leaning over. As soon as I lean back, it wanted to talk. The seat next to me is open if you'd like to come sit down. Whatever's trying to communicate. I'd love to understand your story, why you're here, what kept you here. I'd love to know some more about the town. I've learned quite a bit in this town so far. And unfortunately, it's very disease ridden. It's very crime ridden. There's a lot of history here that's negative, and I apologize for that. But I hope that whatever's here is resting in peace, and may peace be with you and whoever else resides in this building for eternity. Another noise, and the light just turned on. Those are almost simultaneous every time. I want to go to that hallway, but I think I'm going to do it later when I do the video. I don't want to carry my laptop around. I have a heavy battery bank plugged into it just in case anything tries to draw from my batteries. And I also don't have the wireless mic. Otherwise, I'd walk back there right now. But I'll definitely capture that later on when I record again. It did ask me for 30 minutes, so I'm going to give it till about an hour and 5 minutes on the live stream. Just to grant its request. Not saying that I'm going to grant all of its requests, because no, that's not going to happen. But 30 minutes, that's a respectful request, and I will grant that. This is a beautiful building. Gosh, these guys just haul ass on this road. All their cars are loud. Trying to record here. They're bugging everyone in here. I'm like one of the only people staying here. The Mizpah Hotel has its aura. It has its original vibe. This hotel used to be an apartment building. I don't know what it was back in the day. I'm gonna have to look it up, but it is a fairly original building to the town. It does have a basement. I don't believe. Excuse me. I don't believe I'll be able to access the basement. I am going to go over to Mizpah after this and chat with them. Maybe it'll happen. I mean, they were willing to do a lot for me yesterday, and I greatly appreciate that. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get a tour of this one too. But this hotel, like I said, has been renovated multiple times. It used to be an apartment building. Now it's a hotel. It's a luxurious upscale hotel for sure, but it's much more modern than the Mizpah. I honestly have no clue what's original in here. Beside the creaky floors, you can tell that they didn't replace that. Every floor is creaky and unlevel. So you said hours ago. What else would you like to share with me today before we end the live stream? Like I said, I will be coming back again to talk to you with a one-on-one tour. I will be walking around, so maybe you'll be more comfortable talking to me then, which is completely fine. I want you to be in your realm. I'm a guest here. You live here. So I don't want to push into any of your boundaries. I want you to be comfortable and communicate with me appropriately as I respect your space and you respect mine. Got about 20 minutes left on the live stream according to the request. I'm going to stand up because as I stood up, that's when I got some action. So let's see. December is what I just said. As soon as I stood up. What does December mean? I'm just going to kind of pace around the couch and see if it'll talk. You mentioned December. What does December mean? Deeply traumatized in December. I'm sorry you feel that way. Are you traumatized because of my experience and me trying to communicate with you? or what's going on?
Ritual of the Dark Watchers. The residents.
Okay, so I understand that. As I walked around the couch, it said December and deeply traumatized. I asked what it's deeply traumatized about, and it said it's traumatized about the Watchers and Rituals of the Dark and the Residents. So I don't know if that means people are performing Rituals of the Dark here. I'm not performing Rituals of the Dark. Hopefully, you're not taking it in that manner. I'm just trying to communicate with you to understand your story. As I mentioned, I'm filming a ghost town documentary series of Nevada ghost towns. So I'd love to tell your story since you're no longer here in the present body. You're annoyed. Okay, I apologize. You did ask for 30 minutes. I'm granting your request. Would you like me to end this live stream and leave you alone for a little while and I can come back and chat later? Like I said, I want to respect your space. This is your home. This is not mine. That's okay if you don't want to talk. Like I said, I'm going to go until 1 hour and 5 minutes on this live stream. I'm currently at 48 minutes to grant your 30-minute request. It did say the Watchers. The Watchers. That's an interesting term. I know the Watchers to be the 200 Watchers that descended on Mount Hermon, according to history in the Bible. When we get into the Watchers, they're also known as the Nephilim. Well, Nevada is known for some red-haired giants in the caves. I forget exactly what the caves are called. But if you're referring to the biblical Watchers, I have no control over that, and I do apologize for whatever you may be experiencing with the Watchers, Rituals of the Dark, and the Residents. I don't know if there are residents of this old apartment that are within these walls or what, but if you're deeply traumatized, I apologize for that, and hopefully sharing your story can almost be therapeutic. So I'm sorry that you feel annoyed. I hope it's not my presence that making you feel annoyed. Here's the transcript. I will upload an actual screenshot of everything. This is how the app functions. So in all of my videos, if you can't hear this, I do tend to repeat whatever the words are, and then I explain it. And try to communicate even further, and then I'll also post a transcript. So that's kind of how the app works. Again, I don't want people to try to debunk me or any of that crap. I'm not using anything fancy. I don't even know how to use this, to be quite honest. I've never done this. So, yeah, that's that. But it did request, again, 30 minutes. We are rolling in on the 15 minutes left mark. And then I'm going to close out here completely, and I will come back later. I'm going to go chat with the people at the Mizpah and see if someone is willing to give me a tour of the basement here. Yeah. For whoever's been communicating with me, I do really appreciate your time. I know it's uncomfortable. I'm not sure if you get a lot of people who come in here to try to talk to you, but hopefully it's been a relieving feeling for you to chat and share your story, and I do appreciate you opening up. That was absolutely some deeply traumatizing stuff. And you mentioned December. I don't know if that happened in December, if you passed in December or whatever, but I'm sorry to hear about all that. I'm going to walk around the couch one more time because I got some crazy activity when I did. I've got 15 minutes left, so I might as well. Desire to listen. You're right. I do have a desire to listen. And I appreciate you listening to me and the conversation that we're having. It appears that the 4 chairs stifle. I don't even know what stifle means. I'm not a grammar person. I'm sorry. It What the fuck?
Repudiation.
Repudiation. I don't know what that means either. There was just a noise right here at the front door, and that scared the fuck out of me. It appears that the chairs behind me are much more active, so I'll probably record there later on. As I got up, it said desire to listen. It's probably thanking me, which if it is, you're welcome. I just want to give you the opportunity to share your story. I don't know what stifle or repudiation mean, but I'll look those words up. Currently sitting, we got about 13 minutes left. As I got up last time, it said I have the desire to listen, the word stifle, and the word repudiation. I don't know what that means. I did hear a noise in the corner at the front door right here. Another crack. I don't know what that was. It appears that the 4 chairs behind me are very active, so I will be recording there after. It did request again for 30 minutes. We're rolling up on like the 12-minute mark right now. I'm going to completely close out here just to respect their territory. I'm going to go over to the Mizpah and chat with them.
On the balcony.
On the balcony. I'm sorry, but I don't have access to the balconies here, nor am I comfortable going out to the balcony. Are you trying to tell me that a story happened here on the balcony? Is that where you may have passed? I'm getting a very heavy feeling right now. I'm not sure what on the balcony means, but if you'd like to tell me more, like you said, I have the desire to listen to you, and I appreciate you taking the time to share your story with me. If you'd like to share anything else with me, please do. We're rolling up on the 10-minute mark for the live stream, and then we're going to close this out. But I will be back to chat with you later for a one-on-one. This has been a fairly interesting conversation so far. I really do appreciate whoever's chatting with me. I'm really excited for later for the one-on-one conversation. It appears that there is some activity in here, and I'd love to have a conversation with you later on. I really do enjoy the history of this town. There's a lot more than I would have ever thought. Very deeply rooted stuff. And like you said, it's deeply traumatizing. And I can understand that. There's a lot of history here, and it goes back a long ways. There's a lot of people who have died here, a lot of illness, a lot of stuff. And it's awesome that this town is still... Oh, okay. Something just moved back there, like way back in the hallway back here. Really do appreciate you taking the time to chat, though. The history here is awesome. I'm glad this town's still standing. Glad that it has so much to offer. It's a really neat place.
Expressions of the departed.
Expressions of the departed is what it just said. Yes. What are the expressions of the departed? There are many expressions of departed people. You have happiness, you have sadness, you have so many emotions in terms of departing. What does that mean? It seems that I'm talking to a female right now, and I really do appreciate you opening up. Once again, I just want to make this very clear. You're not welcome to follow me. You're not welcome to do anything to me. You're not welcome to leave this building. You must remain here. I really do appreciate your time and having the conversation with me, but it's important that you stay here, and I hope that this conversation has allowed you to share your story, especially if you don't get the opportunity to do this often. But again, thank you. Thank you for that. You've left me with some deeply interesting questions in terms of your responses, with some words that I don't even know. They're too big for my brain. But I don't want to read into it too much. Like I said, I'm fairly skeptic, but this town has helped me to expand upon my skepticism, and it has absolutely opened my eyes to some stuff that I have never thought to do. So we're closing in on the 5-minute mark after the 30 minutes that whoever requested. When I asked if I should end the live stream and go one-on-one.
Henry.
Henry. Okay, we got another name. Interesting. That was a female who said the name Henry. Who is Henry? For those of you who are watching or happen to watch this later after this live stream is already done, the app I use is Necrometer. It's a spirit box. It has an EMF reader up at the top, and then it just randomly says words. And so far, this is the 4th time I've used this app, and it's been spot on every time in conversation. I am completely skeptic, completely. But ever since last night, I just can't explain anything that happened. When you watch the full series, the Mizpah Hotel video, and you watch the Ghost Town series in general, this is the only town that I did any sort of paranormal stuff in. But just because it was so active, and it appears that people are willing to communicate with me, I'm open to doing this more often. I'm not looking to do anything crazy. Henry is speaking. Okay. Henry, please tell me your story. It seemed that I was talking to someone else earlier. Would you like some more time to share your story? Henry, we're wrapping up on just about. They own a shop. Okay. Who owns a shop? We're getting somewhere, Henry, and I do appreciate. I could tell that the voice has changed. So thank you for being willing to take the time to communicate with me. We're wrapping up at about 4.5 minutes left on this live stream, according to the request. Would you like some more time to talk? Or would you like to take this time later on and talk to me one-on-one when I do my video later?
Formless voice.
Formless voice. I don't know what that means, Henry. I don't know what that means. I'm going to film everything, Henry. If you're not comfortable with the camera, I apologize. I'm not trying to invade on your space. If you don't want me to film anymore, that's okay. I won't even do it, the one-on-one later, if that's what you'd like. as long as you're clear with your expectations, I've been clear with mine. Nothing's allowed to follow me. Nothing's allowed to harm me, affect me in any way, shape, or form. You guys must stay here. But I do appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. We got about 3 minutes left in this live stream. Whoever's trying to chat, please make your intentions and expectations known, because once this live stream ends, I do plan on coming back to chat with you for a one-on-one chat that's not live, so there will not be an audience.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Yeah, I understand that. An audience is overwhelming. Are you more comfortable with a one-on-one chat? Are you comfortable with my presence? There's about 2.5 minutes left. If you guys are not willing to chat anymore, I completely understand. We are going to wrap this up once we hit an hour and 5 minutes. But again, I do really appreciate everything that has come through. We've got about 3 or 4 different voices, a couple names that have introduced themselves, and one person who shared her story. Greatly appreciating all of that. I do plan on coming back after I leave the Mizpah to do another one-on-one. So as long as I don't get another response from you guys, I will take that as you're comfortable with my presence, and I appreciate that. I'm comfortable with your guys as well. Again, I just need to set these expectations and make them clear. You guys are not allowed to follow me. You must stay here. You're not allowed to attach to anything. You're not allowed to attach to me or any of my devices. You must stay here. You can't affect me in any way, shape, or form. And if there's anything negative here, the Holy Spirit does protect me. So I don't think that's a battle that you want to fight. And that's not a threat, but that's way above my head and my power. And as you mentioned, I think you said the Nephilim. No, I said the Nephilim. You said the Watchers. So it seems like you're very familiar with that encounter. And yeah, not looking to mess with any negative entities. Stay far, far away from me. I'm only willing to allow people to share their story with me, and I appreciate everyone who has taken the time to do so thus far. Anxious. You're anxious to share your story? I understand that, and I respect that anxiety. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We got about 10 seconds left, but thank you very much for your time. I will be back to talk with you. Take a few deep breaths, if that's even something you're capable of doing. Little girl. Okay. I'm not sure what little girl means, but we'll be back to chat, okay? Thank you very much for your time. At this point, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we completely close this veil. Nothing can attach to me. Nothing can attach to any of my devices. Everything is completely closed out at this point in time, and nothing is allowed to cross over the veil. Thank you guys for watching.